Hey everybody, and welcome to Bright Founders Talk at TAMI. TAMI is an international software development company that designs, builds, and delivers software for sustainable businesses and promising startups. If you are a first-time entrepreneur business founder, there is no better place for you than our podcast. Bright Founders Talk and our guest speakers always have something insightful to tell you. Our today's guest speaker is Ronen Sharashov, who is founder of Dynamic Edge Ltd. Hello, Ronen. How are you?
Hi, good morning, Alexandra. Good to see you, and thank you for having me aboard.
Thank you so much for being on our podcast. So I feel like that the best way to start our conversation will be to find actually the reason. How did you come up with the decision to create your own company?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful question. Thank you for taking this and bringing this up to life, this wonderful and important question. When, as a person, I think there are categories of many variety of people, but I think there is one unique category, if I may say that, into reality, that people who are entrepreneur in their soul. That means that even if they work like me, I worked all my years, many years, over 20 years. I worked in companies as a regular, let's call it salary person. I always wanted to explore new things, new ideas, and also to be the manager of my own. So that will really pushed me onwards into create my own company and found my own business that will bring new ideas, new technologies, and explore new world. And that's the main reason that I would say drive entrepreneurs, people with a vision and looking broadly and in the global market to come up with ideas, establish their own companies, and bring this into the world.
Okay, nice. And can you say that some kind of entrepreneurship is your passion?
Definitely. That's exactly what I wanted to say. A passion, this is the right word. It says it's kind of you have your own internal locomotive inside your guts saying, okay, I have to do that. This is what I want to do. I would like to see it from a different angles. I would like to see it 360 degrees. Because sometimes in regular work, you always have the chance to see only a small part of the business. You're very focused on that, very into that because you going very deep with that. But if you would like to see it all aspect 360 degrees and how the company is functioning, what it is does on a regular basis, what are the different aspects. If one day you're talking with the R&D and development, and the other day you're talking with marketing guys, and the third day, or even the same day, you're talking with customers or even suppliers, that's really what brings you into the world of entrepreneurship and establish your own company. And also my age, I had to make a decision. If I'm not going to do it today, I probably will go just regularly, floating into the pension like that. I had a very good work. I was able to continue my own work and accomplish it till I was going to retirement. But I says, this is the moment that I need to make a decision, whether I'm going to divert and make my own company or continue into the role of going into pension and a good life and everything like that. But as you said, it's a passion of life to go and become and make your own company. And that's was the fork that I made the decision to take and go into establish my own company.
Nice. There is a really popular proverb. If you found some kind of passion or the work which you love, you will work no day in your life.
Exactly.
So it's really important. So let's move to Dynamic Edge. What actually are the roots of the idea? What is your solution about?
Thank you for bringing this because this is really also part of my passion. I thought that when we established Dynamic Edge, what is the root? Why we would like to do that? So Dynamic Edge is a software company, software-based company, bringing what I call the golden triangle. We bring the understanding of the application from one side, understanding the electrical optical side, and understand of the AI. And when everybody talks about AI, it's a very big buzzword. Everybody thinks, okay, we know AI and all that. So if you look at the whole market of artificial intelligence, it's actually segmentized to many, many variety of AI, whether it's in medical, whether it's in cybersecurity, whether it's in medical, whether it's in banking or any other. So from that perspective, if you scan all the areas of AI, you will see that there are mainly two sectors that still the AI is there, but very, very limited. And we can bring a lot of added value, a leap forward using the artificial intelligence into the new world, let's call it that way, to the industry 4.0, to the 2020, 50 or 10, 2050 and onwards years. And these are two markets. One is agriculture, and the other one is construction companies, okay, prop tech or contech or whatever we call it. We wanted to see how we can bring artificial intelligence into the construction business because agriculture was less known to us. The founders are coming from the construction industry, so it was easier for us to look for pain points, to challenges, to needs that are existing there and come up with a solution, doing what we're doing as a Dynamic Edge, as an autonomous AI solution for facade inspection in mainly in our business.
We know that AI is a well-known topic nowadays. It's everywhere. Have you actually noticed the increasing number of your competitors with the rapid development of AI?
I would say that in order to differentiate yourself when everybody talks about AI, is first understand the application. It means we are doing autonomous drone that actually flies over a building, scanning 360 degrees, and gives you an X-ray, give you an analysis, give you understanding about your building condition, assessment of your building. So from that perspective, you need to understand what are the applications there, what is the need. It's not that you only need to have the drones capabilities, because today, I would say, so many people know how to fly a drone, okay? Even my neighbor's boy, he's like amazing. He's amazing. He knows how, he has a wonderful hands. He can fly the drones like nobody else can do that. But this is not enough to understand and bring it into the AI world. Because if you do not know how to catch up, get the data, how to interpret the data, and convey it in the right way, that the artificial intelligence will know how to manipulate and work on that, you will actually have a garbage in and garbage out. So this data will not make any sense to the civil engineer, to the structural engineer, to the construction industry, and so on. So you have to understand these two elements. And if you understand one thing is you know how to grab the data, manipulate the data on the AI, then you can make a data decision-driven tool to the engineers, to the field people, to the architects, to the construction companies, because other than they do not see the backside of the system. They want to have something that will make meaningful for them. And when I'm saying meaningful, it will be a data decision-driven tool, rather than just taking images and pictures and deliver it to them. If it makes sense to them, if it helps them, if it's a good assisting tool for them, and it short their time and save them money, then definitely this is what we are delivering.
Okay, so your company, Dynamic Edge, is about 4 years, am I right?
Yeah, it's about 3 years. Actually, we established it before a little bit, and we worked on that on stealth mode, because we had to compile a lot of understanding, a lot of pain points, to look for how to structure it in the right way and so on, that to bring a true added value to our customers. And this is why we did it.
I believe that during those time you have a lot of interesting stories of up and down. But I'm interested, what was your biggest technology challenge in Dynamic Edge?
It's good that you're bringing actually technology challenge, but I think that technology, companies, and entrepreneurship, and generally business, the most important thing is not only the technology. Of course, technology is there, but the most challenging part of that is the people. It's all about people, the human character, the human nature, how people interact between each other. AI, even it's very, very smart, very sophisticated, very progressing, look for the next 20, 25, 30 years, still is done by people. People are the developers, people are the business people, people are interacting between each other. Everything is done by people. So the most important thing, if you would like to be an entrepreneur, if you would like to establish your own company, choose the right team. And that's what the key to success. Of course, technology, there's always challenges there, from how the code is being constructed, how the network is being developed. Are you using with the right latest tools, or you would like to be more conservative, using a more conservative tools for development? How fast are you coming into the market, and so on? That's also important. But the most, if you would say, out of all these lists, that's most important for entrepreneurs, for software companies, for innovation, for people who would like to see and think, what is, if I would, crystallize it into one word, it's people. People is the key for everything.
Yeah, it's actually interesting because a lot of entrepreneurs said a big amount of time that people and the team is the core of your company, of your business, and no matter how you feel that you are successful, you need to motivate someone from your team, and so your company will be successful as well. What upcoming trends do you expect for the next, say, 2 years in your niche market?
Well, definitely, I think that the trends are very, very described in many aspects. One of them is that the AI will continue to grow. I mean, and to become, when I'm saying grow, I mean matureness. The AI matureness is not ready yet on full scale. Most of the companies, including us, including other, I would say we have an excellent assistant tool to the engineer, to the company, to the inspector, to whoever is going to use our software, our platform, our project base, our technology. But it cannot yet to replace, and I don't think we should be doing this yet. It's not there. So I think one direction is to get into the matureness level of AI. So this is one direction. How you do that, how you achieve it, this is each company will do its own technology, its own fine-tuning to get to the level of matureness. And how we would know it's immature, it means that the human being will accept it. That's what I say when I'm saying mature. It reminded me a story about an article or interview actually with Elon Musk, and the lady was interviewing and says, "Okay, Tesla is coming with the autonomous car. What's going to happen? Is it going to now? Who's going to drive the car? How many accidents are we going to have, and so on?" And he was answering a very smart way. He says, "Well, today." The cars are being driven by human beings. And there's many accidents on a regular basis. And there's no AI. So who is creating the accidents? The human being. Okay, so we are not, are we safe and so on? So if we're moving into the AI and to autonomous, of course, there probably going to be some accidents and problems and challenges that we need to overcome, but it will be much less than what the human being is been driving the cars. It will be much more controlled, and we are expecting that it will reduce the number of accidents rather than increasing it. And I would say this is the same situation of what we're doing in facade inspection, in asset inspection. Today, engineers are climbing up on the towers, are coming with gondolas or using scaffolding or inspecting it manually. And they have a lot of problems there. They have a lot of mistakes. It's nothing perfect. This is human being. It's okay. Our system never get tired, never losing any information. The data is available 24/7. It's well documented. It's easy of use and a very, very simple tool for anybody to be available on any platform, anywhere in the world, 24/7. So it's not going to replace the people who are doing the inspection of assets, like in New York City, like in Toronto, Canada, like in Singapore, like in Israel, like in Europe, anywhere in the world. It's not going to replace the people who is doing that, but it's definitely will become more and more assistant, a promising system tool as an assistant to those engineers to do their job in much more faster way, easy way, and utilizing their force instead of climbing up on towers in New York City or in Chicago and doing it from their office in a very simple and easy way. So this is one direction that the AI will become more and more mature. The other part of that is, I believe in the long run, I believe 5 to 10 years, something like that, there will be more and more autonomous robotics that will actually climb on buildings, will do crawling on the buildings, doing inspection job on those buildings. And these buildings are millions of them around the world and needs to be inspected because of safety, because of regulation, because of maintenance, and because of sustainability of those buildings. And those buildings are not becoming younger, they're getting older and older. We have to maintain them. We have to secure them. We have to make sure that pedestrian that going, crossing the street will feel safe. And also those inhabitants, those people who live inside the houses, they feel safe, that as if it was the same day they just bought the building or their apartment or their office or their industry building, whatever it is. So we have to do that. There's no question about it. Now, the robots will be able to do that in a faster way, in an easy way, and we actually will do a crawling system, climbing up the walls of those facades, doing the inspection. And it will support also the trend that everybody understands, especially after COVID-19. What really happened that there are limited numbers of inspectors that can do the job. And even after the COVID-19, more and more people do not want to climb the high-risk towers. There are towers about 200 meter above ground, 300 meter, 100, even 50 meter above ground. Nobody would like to go up. It's very risky. It takes a lot of time, a lot of efforts, and it's not easy work. And people get older. So what really happened is that many people are retiring. This is either by nature, because they reach the retirement age, or they retire because they don't want to take the risk. The problem is that young generation do not even start to become inspectors. So we have a very, very big, wide void, that a lack of people, expert people, experienced people to do the job. So there is inevitable need to do the inspection using either drones, either autonomous capabilities, or in the future, the robots or crawling robots that will do that job on the building.
Absolutely. You've mentioned so many important topics. I think that it's a food for thoughts for all of our watchers, viewers. Let's come back more to your career, to your entrepreneurial story. What is the most important lesson you've learned as a founder?
I think that entrepreneurs are very optimistic people. First of all, optimistic people live longer. So just if you're an entrepreneur and you're optimistic, you're probably going to live longer. So that's a good feedback on that. But I think the most important thing in doing that is to actually to be optimistic, because a lot of people will tell you why not to do that. Oh, either is it your family, is it your friends, is it your colleague to work, or is it somebody in the street that says, oh, forget about this, it's not possible, or it's possible, but it was so difficult. So take it into consideration, but be optimistic. So it will be solved. And second, there will be challenges. You cannot grasp everything at the first initial point, and you will have all the time challenges. But you have to be very motivated. It has to be part of your passion, and it's also have to be in a way that you know to fall, but you know how to come back again the next day. Because during a single day or a single week, you will fall 3 times, you wake up 4 times, and all this. It will happen all the time. Don't be under motivated. Be optimistic and look for the future. You cannot solve everything, that's for sure. But I'm going back to my first topic and first point. If you have the right team, any challenge will be addressed, and we'll find a solution for everything. So there's no question. It will be sometime faster, it will cost more, it will take a longer time. Sorry, not faster, but longer time. It will cost more, but the solution is there. So the team is the key to that. So optimism and team, these are the challenges. And these are the things that I would like to see.
You mentioned actually during our conversation some tips, some crucial advice for entrepreneurs. Maybe you have some more advice which you can give to first-time entrepreneurs.
I think that additional tip that I would like to say to entrepreneurs are focus to yourself before to anybody else. Write down what you would like to achieve and how you would like to do that. For yourself, forget about all the advisors. Everybody will give you, millions of options, Excel spreadsheet, business plan, format like this, PowerPoint, all that. Of course, it's important and needs to be addressed. I'm not underestimating this. But before you do that, sit with yourself and write down very, very limited words. What you would like to achieve and how you would like to achieve it. For yourself, before if you need to talk with your wife or your friends or a very good friend. This is the most important thing, because after that, all you need to do is just interpret it into the Excel or to PowerPoint or to business plan or whatever it is. If you know how to state it to yourself in a very, very focused manner, very, very short, briefly to yourself, what you would like to achieve and how you would like to achieve, then the rest will be just administrative work.
It was my last question actually to you. I want to, first of all, thank you that you find time, that you make time to join us today. It was really a productive conversation, and I believe that our audience will love this video.
Thank you, Alexandra. I think that what you're doing and your team and your company is doing is really important. Being entrepreneurs and company leaders and management and so on is not only doing the daily job, but also go out of our little box, let's call it that way, and share this information as much as possible with the rest of the world. And whoever is going to watch that video is, of course, welcome to approach me in person. If you feel so, I'll do my best. And visit also Dynamic Edge wherever we are, whether it's online, on video, on website, or in the field. with challenges or with questions that they would like to learn more about our technology, our capabilities, and so on, most welcome, and we will do our best for that.
Yes, sure. All the best to Dynamic Edge from our side as well.
I do appreciate it. Thank you, Alexandra. Have a wonderful day and hope to see you and talk to you soon. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you too.